few Jamaican people in my life. Like straight up speak like that Jamaican.
I don't think I ever met one.
Really?
Not one Jamaican person?
Never.
Jamaican me go crazy. Shout out to Jamaica.
Welcome one, welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast. This is your host, Audio AB. At the helm of the table, I have my executive producer and co-host.
I am weed.
Oh my god!
I've been waiting to say that the whole time. It's Jordan. Hi.
You smell like weed, bro.
Next
It's
to him,
Omar.
next
It's
to him,
Omar.
I have my co-host Omar.
It's Omar. Can we talk about how
We're gonna
far
get
from
to
the
it.
graces Megan Fox has fallen?
We're going to get to it.
Ugh.
My lord.
Go ahead.
It makes me sad.
You want to do it right now?
Dive into it.
Fine people have zero personality. I'm going to say it right now. Fine
Yeah.
people have no personality.
It's true, man. It's true.
You know how easy a life Megan Fox has had?
You think there's nothing more than meets the eye?
No.
I
Have
thought
you
she was
looked
a
in her
cool girl.
eyes?
Wasn't she a cool girl at first? Didn't she leave, the Michael Bay scene because he was being a dick and she was like, I'm my own person. And just basically like,
I'm my own person.
I don't need this shit. I'm Megan Fox. I'm going to go do Jennifer's body. And she just
But
did.
I think that was a mistake.
You think it was...
You know how much Transformers pays? That's
But
crazy.
they said
I'm
he was
sure.
saying like some
Yeah, he seems
anti-Semitic
like
shit or
he seemed
something
like he was
that.
a piece. He seems like a piece of shit.
They
He's
were saying
known.
some anti-Semitic shit?
Yeah.
Transformers?
Bro, Michael Bay's terrible.
He's
Sam, what
known-
do you fucking Jew?
You fucking boss, fucking Jew.
Is that what it was,
man.
though? It was his family that they were...
I have no idea what he said.
That's
but That's what
crazy.
she said.
I don't know, but I've seen a video of him. It was him giving a speech, and he was supposed to be giving a speech. It was to like a group of like filmmakers and critics.
Michael Bay?
Yeah, and it was about something like about something technical. It was like some kind of technical awards or something. And he was just giving a speech, and he came out and he was struggling really hard with the speech, and he was like, and he was struggling so much he just fucking walked off the stage.
Oh,
Did he get angry or did he just like...
He got angry at himself, and then he just walked off the stage.
Oh, poor
like
guy.
like a
Michael Bay.
bitch,
Poor
like
Michael.
a bitch,
Like a punk bitch. All them explosions. You
bitch.
can't even speak, boy. You can't even stand up there and speak, boy.
You can't even speak, boy. But you blowing up cars and shit.
Yeah, how you in the presence of Megan Fox? You can't talk to a bunch of... They're probably a bunch of dudes.
The presence.
The presence.
But no,
of
she's
Megan.
she's terrible.
Yeah,
You
she's a
look at-
beautiful woman.
If you look her in the eyes, bro, there's just nothing there.
And if no one knows what we're talking about, she's dating a quote-unquote rapper.
One of the worst
Dude.
decisions ever.
Quote-unquote rapper
I
named
wouldn't
MGK.
I wouldn't even fucking call him a rapper.
No,
I don't
bro.
call him
Call
like
him
that
that
guy,
either.
dude. He's fucking horrible.
He's just MGK.
I don't know what I'd call him.
There's a video of him performing at I think it was the Microsoft store.
It was no.
Or
I
the
thought
Apple store.
I thought you were talking about when he was on like a stage before.
No. Oh,
One
we
time
can
he
get
was
to
on-
that.
Yeah, that was
There's a
crazy.
video. There's a video of him performing, I think, at the Microsoft store, and because they were like debuting a new product, and he like gets on top of the little like desk or area where they have the products on display.
Yeah.
And he starts kicking the shits and
What?
throwing them off, and they fucking end the performance to kick his ass out.
Hey, what are you doing?
His dumbass.
What is he thinking, bro? This guy thinks he's fucking a rock star or some
I don't know
shit?
what he thinks he is.
It's just all kinds of crazy stuff. And she'll be like, she'll start talking about like his astrology. She'll start telling. Apparently, there's a story where when they met, that they were like in a dark room. He was a mysterious, like tall creature. She said a mysterious tall creature. And then apparently she tells him he smells like weed, and then he says, "I am weed,"
Man.
and then he walks away.
Wow.
And apparently to her, she was creaming her pants.
I am weak.
She was real
Oh.
into it, I guess.
She said he crept off like a ninja.
She said that.
She said something like that.
What a cringy thing. I am weed.
That is if you said that to anybody, that is insane.
And see, that's a funny thing to say, but
That
I
is
know
funny.
it wasn't funny coming from him.
No.
He
You know what I mean?
He probably meant it seriously.
He probably was dead serious
like,
about it.
like,
And if you
as a
call-
deep thing.
If
Yeah.
you call him a creature in that moment, that was not attractive at all.
Oh, God.
You were not attracted to him at all in that situation.
My
This
lord.
fucking creature.
And then the plastic surgery and shit. Oh my God, it makes
Wait,
me
he
sad.
has?
No, she
Oh, she
did.
did. Oh,
on
yeah.
what?
She just looks different.
on
Megan
her,
Fox.
on her thumbs?
Oh, remember that?
On her toe thumbs?
Her toe thumbs. That was her one flaw. That was her one and only flaw. And I wouldn't
her
even. I'd
toes?
suck them. I'd suck her toe thumbs.
Do you think while she has your hand on your dick giving you a hand job that you'll even notice those fucking...
No.
No.
No,
Come
you
on.
You
can't.
can't
Come
stop
on.
staring at him.
Come on. What guy out there would be like, get those thumbs away from me?
Fuck, Megan. I really wanted to do this, but
Those
I'm not
thumbs grossed me out.
If you ask 85% of men what their girlfriend's toes look like, they would not know.
yeah.
They would just
yeah,
be like,
there's
man.
that, but you gotta factor in the small percentage that really
Yeah, that's the
That-
15%.
they ain't hurting nobody. More power to them.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a pretty big fetish. When it comes to
yeah,
the fetish
very
game,
popular.
like
That's
I
such
feel
a
like that
weird-
one's pretty popular.
Feet.
Girls really like that. And it's disgusting.
And you know what's weird about the foot fetish? They don't even like. I'm a fan. I'm not gonna suck on them, but like I like some cute little feet with some tiny little toes. You know, it's nice look. But they like smelly feet and gross and like dirty feet and stuff. Like the people that have foot fetishes, they like the worst parts of feet.
I thought
But
you were
not
gonna say
all of
the
them.
girl-
No, I guess not all of them, but a lot of them do.
Some of them are more into like the shape of the foot,
Yeah.
like the shape and like the toes.
That I guess I can appreciate.
You know who likes a
but
smelly foot? Tarantino. That
Oh,
boy likes
he's
a dirty
weird,
foot.
man.
He does. He
and,
does.
In all his movies, he has shots of like women's feet and people's feet.
Dude, what was the last one? Once Upon a Time.
Hollywood.
Dude, he had this
Dude,
bitch with
he had
dirty
the
ass.
dirtiest feet in the world in that movie.
It's one of the Charles Manson girls.
Yeah.
And
She
has
Brad
an-
Pitt picks her up in the car, and she puts her feet against the front window.
disgusting.
And the shot is from outside of the window, and it's right on her feet.
And it looks like applesauce.
And it looks like applesauce. It looks like someone slapped the shit out of them for 10 minutes before they shot. They look like red as hell. And I was like, I don't want to look at this, bro. And then during that same movie, I think Margot Robbie, she's watching a movie or something in a movie theater.
Her
She
feet are
takes her
dirty.
shoes off.
Her feet are dirty too.
What does she do? And she's just like moving them around. I'm like, yeah, she's hot, but I don't want to see this.
This is a good segue. All right, so recently I came back from Vegas. You know, Vegas is dirty, to say the
But there's
least.
a lot of foot lovers in Vegas.
I bet you there's a ton of foot lovers in Vegas.
Foot lovers in Vegas.
So, just as an aside here, I was on the elevator. This white bitch walks in we're in the casino, very
No-
bottom floor of the casino. She's wearing no shoes, no socks, just her
Disgusting.
feet
Oh no.
in the casino.
Disgusting.
Casinos are all, just so people know if you haven't been, they're all carpet. There's no tile. The whole casino is carpet, right? Because I mean, you don't have to they never clean it. It'd be too expensive because casinos operate 24/7, so they never clean it. So this bitch was walking around, no socks, no shoes, barefoot on the casino floor.
She needs to go under the jail.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. They should have kicked
Below
her out
the
right then
jail.
and there.
Oh,
That woman is not. She's a hazard to the community. She's a hazard to everyone around her. If she cares that little about herself and others, just walking around the casino floor.
People are disgusting, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Well, white folks, y'all all right, but like it's white folks that like to walk around with their feet out.
Because they feel freedom.
I guess so, and they say like it's a grounding thing, and they feel one with the earth and shit. Maybe they're
Why?
not wrong. Maybe I gotta knock the shoes off, walk around barefoot.
Nah, bro. If you're walking around on carpet or on asphalt, bro, that's not from the earth.
That's not from the earth.
That is a
Different
man-made
thing.
I'm
product.
on the third floor right now. There's no earth under me.
There's no earth and it's just people.
Yeah. Did we talk about that one time? Me and Abby went to Austin a little while ago. We were walking down a trail, a rocky trail, like straight up rock pebbles, not like little, not sand or anything. It wasn't like a dirt trail. It was rocks. This chick, maybe 7 a.m. in the morning. She's walking down. She had to have been like tripping or something. She had headphones in. She was walking down the trail barefoot, and we were deep in. So there's no way. It's not like she just showed up there for like 30 seconds and left.
Yeah.
She's been walking down that trail
She was
for
like,
quite some time.
she was like, as we were entering, she was leaving, so she had already been there a while.
Yeah,
That's
she must have been walking around a while.
Probably
with
got
those
there at
feet
like
out.
fucking 5 a.m. tripping, just
Barefoot.
walked around or some shit.
I hate the feeling of things getting stuck to my feet after I'm walking around. I hate
Yeah.
that. That's honestly why I like carpet, because I know it's dirty, but like at least I can pretend it's not. When I'm on hardwood, I'm like I picked some shit up on my feet. I can feel it. I don't like this at all. When you got to dust your feet off before you put your shoes or socks on, there's something wrong.
I can't even.
Carpet's just as dirt. It collects more dust.
Yeah, I know. I bet it's.
You
I
just
bet it's
can't see it.
disgusting. I
Yeah.
bet it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
But I can't be barefoot on hardwood floors like at all. Even in my own place, I
hurts.
put like slides on when I walk around because that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
You know who's really got it right? The Asian community with the shoes off at the door. They
Absolutely.
really do have it right.
That's
won't
why I
lie.
got the same rule in my place.
It's just really inconvenient. You know what I mean? Unless you're in an apartment like this because it's smaller, so you can go right there. But if you're in a house, that's got to be inconvenient, bro. It's all the way at the front door. What if my room is all the way in the back?
Who
Just
cares?
put some
Just put it
house
on before you
slippers.
leave.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
that's what you got to have house slippers. Like you can't just be, walking around. My shoes from outside, I'm gonna bring them in, walk on my floor.
Yeah,
I do
imagine-
that, but I don't feel good about it.
refuse.
I don't feel.
I
good.
do that.
Yeah, I do that. I don't feel good about it.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that too.
Yeah.
And I was a kid, and when I was a kid, bro, I was doing some dirty shit outside, and I would walk in the house,
Yep.
shoes still
I used to
on.
do it as a kid too, but when I moved out, like I completely stopped doing that shit. Just because like when you move out, you have to clean your own shit.
Oh yeah.
So like you don't want to like make it dirtier for yourself than you need.
Yeah, it's
I have a
true.
very funny story about like walking around the house with shoes on.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So one time I had baseball practice, and this is when I was younger. So like I didn't have shoes that I'll put on before practice. I'll like put on my cleats. So I had my metal spike cleats on in my house on top of like tile. So I had to like run to like turn my alarm on because I almost forgot. Dude, I'm slipping and sliding for like 30 seconds. Like I look like I'm ice skating. It was hilarious.
Bro, ice skating, is hard.
I've never been.
As hell.
It's hard as fuck. Once you fall, like,
hell.
listen, y'all been rollerblading? I miss rollerblading. And
I
roller
don't
skating.
anymore.
I went one time
You
and
don't miss that
I
shit?
didn't like it.
It's just hot. It's just really hot, but it's
Nah,
fun.
bro,
It's a good workout, too.
That fall it hurts my soul.
All right, you think that hurts, bro. Go ice skating and fall.
I
You
can only
will
imagine.
not get up. You don't get up. You just crawl out, and that's it. That's the end of your ice skating adventure.
I feel like you just keep slipping if you try.
You just keep. It's so if you're not near the perimeter, it's impossible to get up.
If
Dude.
you're like in the middle, you're just done.
That's what happened to me. I went to Memorial one time back in high school, and me and someone were skating, and I fell near the middle, like halfway to the middle, halfway to the edge. Couldn't get up, dude. Took me legit like 7 attempts to get up, and I finally got up, but I was embarrassed.
I'm taking off the skates at that point and leaving.
Throwing them, fuck this.
Fuck the skating shit. I don't need to do
That's
this.
why I hated like rollerblading because like I would go with a bunch of people and like it'll be other people there and I'm like, oh, if I fall, I'm gonna be embarrassed.
They gonna run me. They gonna laugh at me.
They gonna laugh at me. So I fell one time and I'm big, so I fell on my tailbone like every time.
Oh.
I was sad.
Damn.
And I would just get up and I would like waddle to the carpet and go
Dude,
get like a pretzel.
Falling on your tailbone is painful. One time, dude, I was single digits. There was this kid in my old neighborhood. He was a special young man.
Oh, okay.
By special, I mean disabled, mentally disabled. And I went to his birthday party. It was at a bowling alley, right? So we're like bowling. I run up to, you know how like when you're bowling, there's the area before like the pin I don't know, you call it the corridor area before
Yeah.
you get to the area where you throw the ball.
The
Yeah.
part that's still slippery.
Yeah,
It's even more slippery.
exactly. So like as you get closer to the area like right where that line is, it's super slippery. So like I kept running and the ball like jolted me forward because I hadn't let it go yet.
Yeah.
And my foot caught the very like front part of the slippery thing. I slipped backwards on my ass and just busted my tailbone and the bowling ball fell on the floor.
Oh
no.
And I got up like
Did you make the strike after? Did you still bowl?
I don't think I bowled. I think I sat down for a bit and ate some pizza or some
Yeah,
shit.
he injured. He's out. Man down. Man down.
Isn't it weird how we remember random shit like
Abraham, it's your turn. You should go over and bowl. No.
that? No, I want to go home.
Yeah, PTSD. You know you never want to go bowling. Someone brings up bowling. What? No, I don't want to go. I hate that.
That was my own damn fault.
Yeah, man. I mean, I used to think like I don't want to put on these stupid ass bowling shoes. This is dumb, but it's true.
Nah, bowling's fun.
You do need
It
to
was
put them on. You
it
do
was
need to
fun
put 'em
as
on.
a kid. Now it's no fun for me.
You don't think bowling's fun?
It's fucking hard.
Hell no.
I think it's still fun.
It gets boring after like
You gotta-
7 rounds.
So you
you're
gotta,
just like,
so you gotta
oh.
drink.
Aren't you good, Gio? Aren't you good at bowling? We
I'm
went bowling with
decent.
Gio the other
Nah, I'm
the
decent
other
at
year.
bowling.
2 years
2 years ago, I think it was like 5 years ago.
we went bowling, but he did pretty good.
Nah, man. After like the 7th frame, like it's just boring.
It does get
I gotta
repetitive.
get insanely drunk to have a good time.
Yeah. Bowling's a good, but it gets it gets competitive. It's one.
Yeah.
But then like. This is just kind of how bowling always works out. There's always 1 or 2 people
That's
that
really
are just
good.
way better than everybody else, and they're the ones
Yeah.
like duking it out. And you're like, "Well, I got 63."
And they're at like 130, 140, just fucking just doom, just throwing
And
it.
then there's somebody at like 22 that doesn't want to bowl anymore.
Yeah, and they're
And
just
slowing it down.
It's always a girl too.
I didn't want to say it.
It's always a girl. It's always the smallest
My
girl.
nails.
They just get tired and they don't want to do it anymore. And they're
Or like I
just
said, their fucking nails. They
Yeah.
can't bowl.
that's true. Yeah, I mean, shit, those things be hanging onto your fingers, man.
How would you feel if like all of us agreed to go bowling, right? And then one of us just pulls up with our own bowling ball and like gloves.
Starts, you know how they
And our
clean
own
you know how they
shoes.
clean the bowling ball when you put it in between the little bag and you just.
Nutsack hanging.
I'd be
I
impressed.
respect it. Yeah, I'd respect it.
Like, what the
I'd
fuck
be
is wrong with this
impressed.
guy?
Dude, that day I'm talking about that we went bowling when Gio did good. There was a father and son combo next
that's
to us.
Oh, these two older black dudes.
yeah, these 2 older black
They
dudes.
were striking
Dude.
every hit, just boom, strike.
It's
strike,
something
strike,
magical.
strike.
Like they were like curving the ball, like wanted. They were doing some crazy shit, and it looked real good. They looked like they looked like they weren't even trying.
You
Yeah.
said they were curving the ball like wanted?
Like wanted, like Angelina
bullet.
Jolie, yeah, around their
Like a
fucking
bullet.
head. I used to think that was real.
that shit had me shook, bro. I thought that was real. I was like 10 years old. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Hold on, they onto something.
I started shooting Nerf guns like that.
How the hell
I
could you
did.
curve the bullet?
and BB guns and shit. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Also, the way they shoot guns in like movies and shit, you can't shoot
Hilarious.
guns like that.
No,
you ever
not
try to
at
shoot
all.
a gun while moving?
You shouldn't even do that.
It's the hardest thing in the world.
I've seen a man shoot a Uzi with one hand in a movie, and that's impossible.
That's why no one kills anyone in those shootouts because they're missing.
Yeah, they're just
everything.
shooting fucking everywhere.
It's like it's hitting everything but the person they're trying to kill.
everything but the target.
Yeah, fuck a shootout. That sucks.
I would never want to be involved with anybody who is ever engaged in shootouts.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's just.
That does
scary.
not sound like a good time.
That does not sound like a good time at all.
Speaking of shitty times, so I was originally, how I said I went to Vegas. I was originally supposed to go to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, my flight was at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
At 2 a.m. in the morning, they send me a message that says your flight has been canceled.
Oh, Southwest, huh?
man.
No, it was with Spirit.
Of course.
Notoriously, I'm never flying with them again because of this. Notoriously one of the worst. I had already had an Airbnb booked, a non-refundable Airbnb, might I remind you.
Are you fucking kidding
I had a
me?
non-refundable Airbnb booked. I had a rental car booked.
They don't reimburse any of this,
and-
do they?
Nah.
But listen,
Okay.
your boy is a crafty man, is he
Okay.
not? I mean, come on. This is an unethical tip here. If you want to get your money back, that you can still do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I know what he did. I know what
My
he did.
What?
grandma died.
I've done that before though, but not my grandma. But I've said there was like a major car accident or some shit. But
Oh my god.
I just said I had COVID.
Oh,
Okay. I thought you.
I
canceled
know
your
that's
card.
all right. I know that's unethical and shit, right?
nah,
but
But
like,
I mean, they canceled your flight. So
yeah,
it's
like fuck them.
I would actually say
like-
that's the best kind of excuse.
Yeah,
no
like-
one's no harm, no foul.
yeah, the bitch is not losing out on the money from the Airbnb because Airbnb is going to pay her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not really tripping about it. I don't really care.
yeah.
And then I got the money back on the rental car. I got the money back on the Spirit flight. I got all my money back.
I didn't know you could do that.
Wow.
Yeah, but so then I was looking for like last minute flights anywhere, and the only place I could find that had decent pricing was Vegas. So me and my girlfriend went to Vegas.
That's not bad.
Dude, Vegas is like legit. It's like Disneyland but for adults. It's amazing. I think like we should all go back.
That
It
sounds like
looks
a place
cool.
I need to be at.
I would like to go and I would like to gamble. I'd like to just get absolutely hammered and just sit at the slot machine.
It's so fun gambling, bro. Like
That sounds like a great time.
It's interesting watching people too. Like when you watch people at the tables or people who play craps or roulette. I never learned how to play craps or roulette. I want to learn how to play those and go back because those I think are ones that you can win a lot of money on and they look fun.
Those are the rare. Those are like the you got to be like willing to lose a lot of money though.
Yeah,
because our
depending
craps
on-
and roulette like it's like really random.
Yeah, depending on the minimum, right? So like if it's a minimum bet of $25, you're gonna be putting a lot of money on the table to somehow get a hit somewhere.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
basically 1 out of like 38 or something, right?
Something
Some
like
shit
that. Yeah, blackjack. I think your odds might be much better, but
Yeah,
even
yeah,
then,
they're better.
even then,
I think blackjack. Yeah, it's more strategy.
yeah, even then, it can be random. Like
Yeah.
I went to it was like it was like a 4 or 5 star hotel, and that we didn't stay at. We just went there to gamble, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw this girl go up to a table. It's a $50 minimum, which means the minimum you can bet is $50 on the table.
Yeah.
She
Every
comes
time.
up. She comes up with $300 bills. So 100, another 100, and another 100.
Mm-hmm.
$300.
6 tries.
Gives it to the guy. He gives her the chips. She starts betting. She loses. Like just keeps losing. She loses $300 in the span of. I'm not even kidding you. She loses $300 in the span of 2 minutes.
Oh my god!
Just
Did she
poof.
look frantic at all, or she didn't care?
Poof. She didn't look frantic. She was just like like she just threw her hand up and just walked away.
What?
Like fuck
That's
and just walked away.
$300.
Just
Gone.
gone. And you got nothing from that.
She won one time and then she bet more after she won and then she just lost it all right after that.
That's
Wow.
See, that's the shit I don't. That's not. I'm not doing no $300.
Yeah, blackjack is that one's scary, man. Your heart's just racing the entire time. But the cool thing about like the slots, if you go to Vegas, if you go to the slots and you just chill, you can go to like one of the cheap ones. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
They'll give you free drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time.
So you can just be chill at the slot, put in like $10 and just slowly play. A waitress will come around and be like, "Oh, do you want a drink?" And then you get whatever you want. So like there was a day where I was just perpetually drunk, just drunk the entire day from like 2 p.m. all the way till like past midnight, just continually drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking.
Sounds like a great day.
It sounds amazing to me.
That sounds absolutely fantastic.
It's so much fun. Losing
Nothing
money
is better
is
than
heartbreaking.
endless drinks, dude.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like going on a trip where it's all inclusive. You just fucking keep going up and getting drinks.
Yeah, you got it, and you make sure you drink to get your money's worth.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And I'm
If you
I'm just trying to be drunk.
I also want to be drunk.
This is the kind of occasion that needs to be drunk. Vegas, I gotta be drunk the whole time.
Dude, I went to a restaurant that had 3 drinks for $10.
That is
God.
I got
insane.
an old fashioned, a Moscow Mule, and then the last drink, and we just asked the waitress like, "Can you just give us a shot instead of a drink?" She's like, "All right."
All right, yeah, we don't care. It's Vegas. We don't
Vegas.
It was it was like on the menu, like 3 drinks for $10.
Yeah,
And
On the
was that
menu.
a restaurant?
yeah.
Like a nice one?
It wasn't like a fancy restaurant, but it was the equivalent of what I would say is like
Golden Corral.
a little no.
Golden Corral.
It's like
That's fancy.
It's like a little bit more of an upscale Chili's. Think like a BJ's. You know what
Oh.
BJ's
Yeah,
is?
yeah, like BJ's cheesecake. That
Yeah,
type
like
of
a
shit.
like a BJ's.
That's
Okay.
good. That's crazy.
Like a
Yeah,
re-
$10
or-
will get you one drink here.
Yeah.
Even at a place
At a
like that.
BJ's, $10 to get you like the cup.
Yeah.
if anything.
Shout out to that Pizookie though at
Pizookie
BJ's.
is crazy.
What are they? What is the Pizookie?
It's like a little one of those grills where like it's basically cooking in front of you, that type of thing, like they do with fajitas, but it's a cookie.
Yeah.
So it's like cookie dough. It's cooking in front of you, and I think they slap like some ice cream on there. It's something
I didn't know they did it in front of you. I never had it.
Well, they don't do
Wouldn't
it in
it
front of you,
already
but,
be
like,
baked?
It comes in the plate that's already hot as shit.
Oh,
So it's kind of,
okay,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? It's kind of
yeah.
cooking as you get it.
Yeah, like
Kinda
you're getting it
fajitas do.
underdone, but by the time you get it, it's already done.
Yeah.
Like
It's
by
like,
the time
it comes
it's on
like
your
soft,
table
but
and
by
shit.
the time it's kind of cooking and you're eating it.
Yeah, I didn't
and
know
it cools down. It's like pretty much cooked.
I know the Pizookie. I think they have one at Domino's, or they had one for a period of time, and that was my best friend.
I used to. That's my
Me
best
and that Pizookie.
I love you, Pizookie. I used to love those fucking little brownie things they had at Domino's and all that.
Oh man, sweets from like fast food places are so unnecessary but so good.
They're so good. Bro. McDonald's cookies, hard to beat. Hard to
really
beat.
are
Very
man.
hard to beat.
Hard to beat,
They really are. I love a good cookie.
especially if they come hot.
Oh my god. Speaking of fast food, when I
My
was
balls on that cookie.
in Vegas, they have a Taco Bell on the Strip. That's like it's like a flagship location.
Yeah, I've
So
heard
it's like
about
one
it.
of their main locations. So in there you can get beer and alcohol. It's like
Yeah.
similar to Louisiana, to where you can walk around the street with a bunch of beer and alcohol wherever you want. But you can get like daiquiris and shit. And at that Taco Bell, they have a fucking you can get married there. They have like a chapel.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You can get married at the Taco Bell.
Yeah,
That's kind of fire.
That's actually really
it's
cool.
fucking crazy.
It's funny
kinda
that they
fire.
even thought of that. So you told me there's someone there to officiate a real
You'd have
legal
to
marriage?
you'd have to like schedule them or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get married.
Wait, so you saw the chapel?
It's not like a chapel. It's just like an area.
Oh, okay.
Are you fucking kidding? And
Yeah.
they got a dude that works there? Or
No,
you
no,
gotta
no.
bring your
You
own
should-
guy?
Either or. You can get someone. You just have to get someone to officiate it.
Do
But
they
like,
have?
Doesn't matter who.
do they have a dude there? Like,
I'm sure they provide someone, not like someone always there, like 24 hours a
Resident
day.
He's back there
priest
making
at
tacos. Oh, you trying to get married? All right, give me like
Or
5
fucking-
minutes.
You got a priest back there eating a fucking Crunchwrap Supreme.
eating the Doritos Locos taco back there. Oh my god.
Fucking-
Do they have do they have like the Taco Bell to ring when you get married?
No, well, actually, I don't know because I didn't go back into that area. It was sectioned off because someone was celebrating. It said reserved because someone got married.
Just married, pulling out a Taco Bell.
I'm dead serious because there's like the whole area where like customers can eat, and then there's the area where they are, and it's like blocked off. It was.
I'm with the
it
wedding
said-
party.
The ballroom.
Yeah, I'm serious. Just the ballroom.
Holy shit, that's amazing. Bro. That's really
I'm with
funny
the
that
wedding
they
party.
thought
Can
of
I have 10 Doritos Los Tacos, please?
Right? Just
wedding
lie. I'm at the wedding party upstairs, so just put it on their bill.
that? Holy shit, I gotta see what the inside of that place looks like. I gotta
It's
see
fascinating.
Bro, imagine having a kid, right? You raise that kid, you love that kid, and that kid meets another person, and they get married at Taco Bell.
that. Don't even show me the
That's
pictures.
disappointing,
Don't even show me.
bro.
Just don't stop telling me about it. Just
Anywhere, you should not be getting married 5 feet away from a bean burrito.
you shouldn't.
You shouldn't be. They should be far away.
Yeah, you should be very far away. I wouldn't
crazy.
respect
But hey,
whoever
man,
that guy
it
is.
saves me money on the wedding.
That is very valid.
You know what I mean? If my kid's getting married,
The Christian community that's got to be frowned upon. They can't agree with this. But technically, these guys are still priests, aren't they? Or I mean,
you don't have to be Christian to get married.
Yeah.
But that's true.
Or
That's true.
You have to be Christian to get married in this country.
I never even been to church. That's true.
You can get married.
It's got to be like what?
You
What
can
do
get
you
married by Justice of the Peace. Anybody, you can get your license, and
Justice of the
you can go online.
Yeah,
and
that shit
take a
takes like
course.
5 minutes.
Zoom wedding.
I can marry you and Gio right now on this podcast.
Hey.
Within 30 minutes, I could figure out the fucking thing, sign up, get the certifications, and marry you guys before the end of the
insurance,
podcast.
right, Gio?
I'm kind of down with
Let's
it.
get this insurance, these taxes
Let's
right.
get this insurance, bro. I'm trying to get into real estate right now.
Trying to get into real estate.
Yo, that is hilarious.
Damn, marrying your friend just for some Chuck and Larry shit. Was that
What
a
a
movie?
shit movie.
Fucking
I think,
Vince-
I
You
think
know
that's the
what, I did
concept.
not
I've
like
never
that
seen
movie.
it, but I
It's
think
so
that was the concept, right? That there was some kind of like financial reason that they got married.
Yeah, I think one of them
forgot
got
why.
like really sick or something like that, and they had to.
I want to marry my homeboy.
I'm wearing my homeboy. He's got some pretty good insurance.
He's got some pretty good insurance.
He's got some pretty good insurance.
Isn't that sad? The American healthcure system is so bad that
People
these
are-
guys had to fucking fake marry each other so one of them could get healthcare.
It honestly is really fucked up. What a crazy, crazy world we live
Oh
in,
my
dude.
god, man.
Like I would be so fearful of going to the hospital.
Getting seriously sick is a death sentence, even if it's not like a stage 4. Like, let's say you get a cancer that's treatable, right?
That's
Like,
the worst, probably.
Skin cancer, stage 1, and they
yeah,
can
'cause
treat it. They do everything to treat it. You're gonna be in debt for years.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. And especially if you
Years.
catch it in an early stage, bro, like you're gonna be fighting that shit for a little bit.
Yep.
So you're gonna be racking up some bills.
That's why I always think, like, if there was ever a cure for cancer, bro, we would never know. That bitch would be thrown in the trash so fast.
It's crazy, bro, because that's what people say, but then other people are like, like people that work in the field, they're like, I work in this shit, so it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm working, I'm looking for it.
No, I
Like,
know.
yeah,
but
it's
at the same
hard
time,
to
you
make.
never know, like, the top executives. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, dude? There's some sketchy stuff goes on.
Dude,
It's a huge
yeah.
$1 billion business. Like,
It's kind of fucked up that like healthcare and like the medicine industry is kind of like they're all intertwined with
Yeah.
like Congress and lobbying and shit, and all these people are just doing all this corrupt shit, and it's all fucking over us and lining their pockets.
And
worst.
that's the way the system is, like, made to be. Like, it's supposed to be getting, like, peer reviewed, and then, like, when you write a whole paper about it, it's got to be reviewed and accepted by the whole field. It's like, bro, we don't give a fuck about that cure.
Yeah, it just makes it more and more difficult for normal people to like really see the problem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like, I know this costs a lot of
That's
money,
what
but like,
everything is.
how can I fight this? But you don't really know the details of it, so you just kind of accept it.
Yeah, a lot of shit is made like purposefully like confusing.
Bro,
Yeah.
government is not supposed to be easy.
Yeah, they make it super
It's
like
supposed to be hard.
government and like legal shit. Dude, legal shit is the worst. Like I was watching this TV show. It's called Made. It's on Netflix. It's really good. It's about this chick who she leaves her emotionally abusive man,
Oh, good for her.
and
You go, girl.
like at the beginning of the show, he's like throwing glass bottles at her
Holy
head and
shit.
shit. He's like,
Bro,
"You
movies
fucking
gotta-
bitch," and he's like throwing throwing glass bottles at her head and shit. And
Oh, he's going for the kill, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's going for the
They
kill.
really don't like her.
What if one of those connects?
I know.
Then what? You go to jail, bro.
That's what I've always thought. Like, if one of these things you're throwing at her kills her, bro, did you really want that?
Yeah, you just oh no.
He just makes himself a TV dinner
I
and
was
calls
just
it a
trying to
day.
scare her. So he's throwing bottles at her.
yeah, so she leaves. She's getting balls thrown at her. She leaves her husband, right? So she's trying to. She leaves her husband. They have a 3-year-old daughter. She takes a 3-year-old daughter with her in the middle of the night. They have nowhere to go. She sleeps on the bottom of like a ferry station.
Oh, it's depressing.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing. And what happens is she gets a phone call from the guy's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what the fuck? This guy can afford a lawyer? Like, we've been broke for years. How can he afford a lawyer? So apparently his family hired a lawyer to, like, challenge her, like, take custody of the kid. So she has to attend court. Or if she doesn't attend court, she gets the kid taken away. So she goes to court, right? She finds a babysitter for the kid. She goes to court. And, like, she's, like, uneducated. She's 25, I think.
Yeah.
And she never went to college. She finished high school, never went to college. And, like, they're throwing all this legal shit. Like they're having like a conversation about like the custody,
Yeah.
and like the show is kind of it's kind of funny too. It's not just depressing. It's kind of like a dark comedy.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's mostly drama, but there's comedic elements, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Little relief here and there.
And like what it does sometimes is like it'll cut between like what they're actually saying, like and the proceedings of which blah blah blah, and then it'll cut back to them, and they'll just be saying legal,
Yeah.
legal, and she'll just be like looking around like what the fuck, because it wants you to see like what's happening from her perspective. Because from her perspective, she doesn't know what the fuck they're saying. They're just
Yeah.
like saying a bunch of legal bullshit, and then everything's done in like 45 minutes, and she's like, I don't even know what the fuck just happened.
Yeah. It's kind of what court is like, dude.
Yeah.
I had to go to court for something, doesn't matter what. And when I was seeing people that were actually dealing with real charges, you could just tell that they're just sitting there like, I just really hope this turns out okay. But they don't know what the fuck is happening. It's just someone talking to someone else. Dude, they're not even doing it like loud or anything. It's very sketchy, man. They just
Yeah.
go up to the judge, they chit-chat with him for a second, they come back, they say, here you go, sign this, go home. And you just keep doing it over and over, and you really don't know what's happening. They
seems
just
like-
give you the runaround at these courthouses.
It seems like a shitty place to work, shitty place to ever go into. I don't ever want
Yeah.
to be step foot near one.
Fuck our judicial system.
That too. And I don't want to be a motherfucker juror.
If you want another unethical tip, if you want to avoid jury duty if you get selected. I've never done this, okay, because I've never been selected.
I have.
But if you do get selected,
Bro, you know what's crazy?
what?
I got sent a jury duty notice a long time ago, and I never followed up with it.
You never followed
Holy
up?
shit, no, dude, that was like in February.
just remembered that too.
Just because you mentioned
They're
that.
gonna haul your ass into
Holy
jail, son.
shit. I got a warrant, probably.
Bro, almost on the lamb.
Oh my god,
Nah,
I gotta call
think-
him. I'm just gonna
I
tell him
think
that I got
because
a
of-
babysit or something.
No, because I think because of COVID, they're not like enforcing.
Yeah.
They're not enforcing it as much as to where like they're not gonna like come after you.
Okay,
Yeah.
they haven't said me anything since. So
Yeah,
Oh, you're
that's
good. You're good.
Okay.
Pre-COVID though, they would legit like throw the book at people if you tried to avoid jury
Yeah.
duty.
We haven't seen an Amber Alert for you, so you're okay.
someone find him. There's a reward.
It's a
Bring in
reward.
that little
So back to my unethical tip.
patriotic bitch.
My unethical
Another
tip.
unethical tip: if you want to avoid jury duty,
Which
just
you
say
should.
just say you're racist. Because they ask you, do you have any prejudices? Blah 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 blah. You just have to say like, yeah, tons. I don't like Jews. I don't like black people. I don't like Hispanics.
Tell me who's on trial right now.
Who's on trial?
I don't like him.
I don't like him. I hate him. He's guilty. He's guilty. I know it.
He already did it.
That's true though. That is true. Yeah.
Man, that's hilarious.
You know, it's
that is
funny.
True, though.
That's one of those. It's like there's so many little things like that. Like you can get through life in a much easier way if you just didn't care about others and just weren't compassionate.
Oh,
like if
100%.
you went to like a restaurant and just complained hard, like you really felt that way, they just give you that shit for free, man.
Yeah.
They always do at places, like, especially nice places. Is the craziest part.
Yeah.
So I used to be like, I'll drink the whole drink. I'll order like the most expensive drink they have, the alcoholic drink. I'll drink the whole thing. And be like, that wasn't strong enough. Like, I don't know why I paid. But like, make a whole scene and be like, it's fine. We'll get you another one. I'll just give it to you for free. And there you go. But
You're good.
But I can't. I just couldn't bring myself to do stuff like that.
Because that's
But
embarrassing.
yeah, but it's real.
that
works.
is too unethical for me. That's my line.
I'll say I'm
my
racist.
line.
I believe in unethical tips, but that's past my line.
Yeah. That's directly fucking with someone.
That's too much.
Now this
Yeah.
waiter has to
Yeah,
like
come
worry
on,
about
man.
this.
And you're
Yeah.
ruining their day. And then they got to
Exactly.
deal with their management afterwards. It's
Sometimes
like,
their tip.
Sometimes the shit comes out of their check.
Yeah.
Legit, like that's fucked up.
You know what I heard though when I was in a restaurant? I don't know if this is true. Apparently that's illegal.
What, to take it out of their tip?
Yeah,
I mean, their check?
apparently it's just like a bluff that restaurants say. Like, let's say someone ran out on the tab, they can't make you pay that. They legally cannot make you pay that.
That makes sense.
They can make it harder for you, and they can give you some problems. Maybe if like,
They'll probably, you know what they'll
cut your
probably do?
hours and
They'll
shit.
probably cut your hours, which is
Yeah.
probably just even worse.
Which
Just
is
Does
take
fucked
anybody
up.
care about anything legal in the restaurant industry?
hell no, dude. Who you gonna
Yeah,
talk
bro.
to? Yeah,
They-
go ahead,
get
call
paid.
some. Who you gonna call? Go ahead. These guys are all illegal. No one gives a shit,
Dude, every kitchen you go to, whether it's a Vietnamese restaurant, an African restaurant, any fucking restaurant, New American, everybody in the kitchen is Hispanic.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
yeah.
Mexicans,
Everybody-
all Guatemalans.
Yep.
Not even that. I was gonna say like even the way the wage system is set up, like in the whole industry, bro, it's fucked.
It
Like
is
you're getting
fucked.
paid like I got a homeboy that worked at a restaurant for 3 years. 3-ish, 4 years, right? He had he never even collected his checks. He would get all his money on like cards, and he when he left, he had like $50 on his card.
Wait, they just
After
took it all?
that, huh?
They just took it all, or like
No,
he
they
just
gave it.
spent-
They gave it to him.
Oh.
But that's how much. That's how he was getting paid. Like they'll pay him on the card.
He didn't know.
No, he knew. But he would get.
Was
he
he
would
working
get
for
like, his
50
tips.
cents an hour?
Yeah, what the fuck?
He would get his tips and shit like in person, but like his hourly check,
Oh,
they would put on the card.
They pay you. I think it's $214 or
Bro, he wasn't
$213. So
getting
after taxes,
shit.
it's like $180.
He wasn't getting anything.
Yeah, it's not shit, bro.
And I was like, bro, that I would never have that job. I don't.
But he
want that
probably got a
job
lot of like
ever.
cash tips and shit.
Oh yeah, he did. But the fact that you can get a card that says $50 after all that time of work, bro, that's disgusting.
Bro, getting a check and that shit's like like $57.
That's the
and that's
stuff.
like for a day's worth of work. It's kind of crazy how the minimum wage really is $7.25, isn't it? Like
It is.
working 40 hours at
Yeah.
$7.25.
That's not even like, what is that, like
That gets you-
fif-
after taxes, it's gonna be like $250.
15,000 a year? 14,000 a year?
No, less than that. I think
Probably less. Yeah.
that's like nothing.
That's crazy.
That's like probably like $8,000 a year.
Jesus.
Oh my
And they,
God.
They expect
That's like
people to
after
live off of
taxes?
that? I mean, how is someone supposed to live off of that?
That's insane.
Well,
Why
if
do you
you
even
went
have-
to college, you wouldn't be working at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's what
But bitch,
they say
I
that like
McDonald's.
those are supposed to be like working jobs where you're like young and shit. But like
Hell
it's
nah.
fucked up because what if you don't have anything to fall back on? Like what if your parents don't have money? So this is all the
Yeah.
money you got. Plus, isn't the minimum wage supposed to be the livable wage for a family of I think 3 or something
Yeah,
like that?
was ideally how
legally?
I guess it was like that at one time, but then when fucking shit started to get so expensive,
Yeah, said,
they
"Fuck
never
that."
raised it.
It's kind of crazy how all this stuff just happens. And we're
It
just
really
like,
is.
this sucks. But like, all right.
This
I
sucks.
guess I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, we can't change it.
You can't change any of it unless we all band together and start like boycotting
Fucking
these corporations.
overthrow these people and chop their heads off.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That's
Revolution, babe. The French did it like they still do it. The French have been in perpetual
They've
revolution
been screaming for
like
300 years,
hundreds of
bro.
years.
It's true. They be out there with them machetes, crashing
know
cars,
what?
going crazy.
And you know what's even worse about the French, bro? They did all that shit, and then white people still love Marie Antoinette. That is the crazy
True.
shit of all.
What did Marie Antoinette do?
She was a piece of shit.
Who is she? She was
The queen of I think she was
France.
the queen of France. I don't even know if queen's the right word, but she was like that bitch.
She was the one.
She was that
she was
bitch.
that
in
bitch.
Why
France.
does everyone hate her? She was the main colonizer.
No, she
In
was
that
the
era?
I mean the wage gap in like France at the time, bro. It was terrible. Like there was no middle class.
Oh,
It was the I don't know which way the bourgeoisie was.
Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie. I don't know if that was the poor people, rich people.
Bourgeoisie is the rich.
The rich ones, yeah.
Yeah.
They was rich, and the poor was poor. Have you ever seen Les Miserables?
Oh, I've seen that.
That's that. That's basically what happened.
I'm not a big sad or drama movie guy. I don't like to get sad.
I mean, it's Wolverine singing.
I don't know, man. I
It's
fucking.
a good time.
Jack?
Yeah, it's Hugh Jack.
I love
love
dramas,
Hugh Jack.
man. Like, show me a fucking any Martin Scorsese movie, I'm fucking in.
No, but those are
That's-
fun dramas.
that's a
Not
drama.
not like a sad drama. That's like a
Yeah,
like the movie you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, that's a sad one, or
Yeah,
like The Pianist, or like something. The
Pianist.
The Pianist with
The Pianist.
with what's her name? Whatever Brody.
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, it's movies like that I just I'm listening to World War II with Schindler's List, but because those are the sad ones. But stuff like that.
I don't know, man.
just
Those
can't
movies
do.
are beautiful, dude. Like, there's just
They
it's
are.
an it's an amazing experience because you're really seeing like how some of these people like lived.
Oh sure, yeah, or like Fences, like the one with Denzel Washington and shit like that.
I haven't seen that.
It's sad.
I will never see that movie.
It's just like about poverty, right? Like in Chicago, I think, or something like that.
No, it's like about a dad and his son.
But they're living in like that's where
Oh, yeah,
most
yeah.
of their issues come from is because like I'm assuming poverty. I think is what it's
I
about.
think so. I think the kid wanted to play baseball, and then his dad was like, "You need to get a real job, see?" And then he
get a real
Denzel
See,
Washington. Get a real job, see? But like yeah, stuff like that. I need some humor. I need it to be. I can't be sad. I don't want to be sad.
I feel you. On
hey
that.
man, there's
But
not
you're right.
there's
There
not
is something very beautiful about those movies because
There's
there's
not
always a
humor.
big payoff at the end.
there's not humor in everything, man.
It's true.
I wish there was. I feel like it adds a lot more to things, makes things easier to digest, right?
You
Absolutely.
think they was making jokes in Germany
Yeah.
in 1937?
No, they weren't.
They would. Well, they kind of were, but it wasn't good.
It was only the Germans
jokes.
making the
They were
jokes.
one-sided jokes.
They were one side. These are biased jokes. These aren't very funny jokes.
That shit is crazy.
Dude, I remember I
Good
think
old
it
Hitler.
was for middle school. I had to read a book from a guy who was went through like a concentration camp,
Yeah.
and they put him in there with his dad, and he was saying like they lost like so much fucking weight, and they would do all these like, experiments on them, like they'd like fucking pull their teeth out and like all these weird shit.
That shit's
Sheesh.
crazy.
And he was saying that one night he was on the top bunk and his dad was on the bottom. His dad had like his dad was sick and his dad had like shit himself, and like his dad kept calling for him, like kept calling his name, but he didn't want to get up because he just felt so like weak and tired, and like he didn't want to use the rest of his energy to help his dad.
Yeah.
So he was like, I can't. He's like, I can't even do this. He said, if I get up, they're gonna come and like attack me, or they're gonna be like, why are you getting up? They might beat him, the guards.
They might
So
eat you.
So he didn't do anything. All he did was sit there, and his dad kept calling his name. And then, like in the middle of the night, the guards came. They took the dad, and when he woke up, the dad wasn't there.
That's
and then he never saw him again.
Damn. Yeah, they murked that guy. It's a crazy
And then
world, man.
imagine that you're like, what was that? That was the 1930s, right?
For him, it was the 40s.
So
About
70
100
years later.
70 years later, if you're still alive, so you're in your 90s.
Imagine thinking about that. Like your dad was.
Not even that.
That's
Imagine
crazy.
like you're just watching TV one day and a motherfucker said that should never happen. That would fuck me up, bro. I wouldn't know
my-
what to do.
That's crazy. There's
Some
people
people
who
out of control.
there's people who believe that the Holocaust didn't happen.
There's a lot of people.
Those are people with like
fucking
no real
insane.
issues in their lives. That they're just making things up.
They only believe that because like it's so far away, Well, yeah, it is far away, and it's like so far in the past that they don't feel like the effects of it.
Yeah,
But it's like, bro, that should still happen.
yeah, and
shit
it
is
wasn't
crazy.
that long ago, really.
It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
There's people who are still alive from it. They have the
Yeah.
fucking tattoos on their arms of the numbers.
It's crazy stuff.
Like, how much more proof do you need?
But God forbid we start talking about 9/11 or something.
I know, right?
Where like 1,000 people
saw the
died or
towers
something.
fall.
I saw the towers fall.
What the fuck? It's
And that's the
crazy.
only reason why they believe that shit.
That's nuts.
That's probably the only reason why.
And then we went to the Middle East and wreaked havoc for a few decades.
For no reason.
We still are.
For when the actual people who did it were fucking probably in this very own country, or people who orchestrated it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the people they're killing are not the people they're trying to be. Those are just normal people that are just around. The people
Yeah.
that you're trying to kill are just hiding. And they're probably in the White House. Like in the Pentagon. That's probably where they are.
And the actual terrorists that supposedly did it, they were from Saudi Arabia. They weren't from Iraq.
Yeah, they
but
had nothing
for
to do
some
with it.
reason we went to war with Iraq.
I wonder why.
They said they had weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
We never found them.
We never found them. Yeah,
yeah,
they were,
we did all the killing.
when the whole
I know.
Taliban thing happened, when they took over, like there was a bunch of statistics coming out. And yeah, it was like all the money that we had wasted.
Yeah.
With basically nothing to show for it.
Pretty much.
Except like a few, I guess, like chiefs that were killed in those terrorist organizations. But guess what they do? Is fucking put another person there.
yeah.
That's just wild.
They've got like 1 million people lined
Just
up.
throw another
it's-
guy in there.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, the stuff's still there. They still got all their shit. They still got all their helicopters and guns and all that
Yep.
stuff. They just wasted all their time.
That's just wild.
It's nuts, man.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's a shame, man. The more wars we get into, the more profitable it becomes for this country. So then they're more predisposed to get into more wars.
Because we don't learn our lesson.
No, we don't.
And then there's still people in this country that think we should be going to wars over there.
Fuck that,
nuts,
man.
And it's wild.
End all the war. Let's all get along.
And you know who really,
because it ain't gonna happen.
you know what type
I
of
know.
person really needs to like be rid of in this country? The people that sign up to be in ROTC. Them people need to go. They need to be the first ones out of here.
Quit spinning that damn wooden gun. You ever see those people never go to the military?
They don't.
Then none of them. They're always like, I've dealt with it and I hated it there. I think I'm gonna hate it 10 times more when someone's legally allowed to like tell me to shut the fuck up and do some push-ups. I can't leave. You tell me I legally can't leave this place?
Dude, if you leave, they throw you in jail.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I could never have done the military.
Or like dishonorable discharge, right? And people don't like.
you have there has to,
If you get lucky.
you have to get lucky for a dishonorable.
crazy?
You have to do something. Yeah.
Start shitting myself every day. I guess we gotta let him out. He's
Right. he's just gonna stink the place up.
gonna stink the we can't have
It's
him.
unstable for the other recruits.
He's a liability.
Oh
They're
my
gonna-
God.
He's a liability. They're
Just
gonna-
cut your own foot off. You get out of there.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit, man.
Oh man.
No, the military's a crazy place. I was reading some article about this executive, like cybersecurity staff member at the Pentagon.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And apparently he resigned in like a blaze of glory, kind of resigned because
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about somebody else.
because of the China thing. Because apparently he said that our cybersecurity and our like the walls that we try to put up,
Yeah.
is like nothing compared to them. He says
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like kindergarten level. We're like
Oh, yeah.
kindergarten level compared to them.
I believe it.
So he said it was just an embarrassment, and he resigned.
Now, there was another guy that, I don't know if he was in the Pentagon, but he was like, he worked with like, it was some type of weapons or some shit like that. He was basically selling like weapon secrets to other countries for like $10,000.
That ain't shit.
That's dirt cheap.
$10,000.
But he got caught by the FBI, so he didn't officially do the one sale.
$10,000. I'll
Boy
go
sold his
10
life for
grand.
10K.
I'll go buy a weapons secret right now. $10,000.
That's
not bad.
That's a 2012 Sentra.
Bro, that shit was terrible.
You did that for a 2012 Sentra?
That's a down payment.
$10,000.
That's a
boy
down
sold-
payment. You could barely buy a house in Texas.
He could barely buy. That's nothing.
And he got arrested, him and his wife. Damn. And that shit was hilarious.
That ain't worth it, bro. I would have put the mark a little bit higher than that.
A bit higher than 10,000.
A bit higher than that.
You can sell that on
15.
Facebook.
If-
You can go on Facebook and sell that shit.
Damn. I wonder what the hell Facebook is like these days. I haven't logged on to Facebook in years.
I don't have one.
I hear it's not good.
Yeah.
I hear it's very politically charged, and I hear they don't. They like mask the wrong things and don't mask.
Oh yeah, and you
know
get,
what I mean?
You
Like-
get like pushed things that are like controversial to make you like seek out, like
I want to have a
arguments
real
with
discussion
people.
about this. Let's have a real talk about this.
Let's do it.
I've been waiting to do.
Let's have a real
discussion.
talk,
But you
man.
know, let's get on.
Because
Marky
people have
Mark's
been like
ass.
saying like, because yes, they do that. They like push more like emotionally charged stuff, right?
Controversial content. So like they'll push, like let's say if you're a person who's pro-vaccine,
Yeah.
they'll push a bunch of anti-vaccine shit into your feed,
Yeah, to make you
Which
upset.
and then you might comment on it and start an argument.
to me makes sense.
It's legal to do.
It's
It
my
doesn't make
social
it right.
network.
Yeah.
You are in my social network. I want you to stay here so I can get more money. So I'm going to push the shit that's going to make you like something, that's going to make you comment, that's going to make you react or some way. Now, some of the shit is crazy. Some of the shit they doing is wild.
Yeah.
It's just not right. It's just like,
Oh, no.
you know the power. I mean, listen, as a business, yeah, you're right. But like, it's just fucked up.
It
and
is.
like you're a big enough corporation to not have to do that. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
it's- to me,
to
it's-
stay relevant, you're just gonna be like a weasel and try to tell me try to make everyone on your platform angry.
It's not to stay
Dude,
relevant. It's
Facebook
just-
wins elections.
Yeah.
Facebook fucking sways like countries' governments.
Yeah.
Like I watched this movie called The Great Hack. It's a documentary. It kind of goes. It's about this. It's about a company called Cambridge Analytica, and they're like a data company that focuses on psychological operations. So what they do is they take data from Facebook and other big like social networks, mostly from Facebook, right? And they'll take all the data and they'll develop psychological profiles based on certain people in certain places. So they'll look at like all the swing states, like Ohio, Florida, all the swing states. They'll look at all the people in there, and they'll find out where most of the people are undecided, right? And then develop profiles based on people who have data from that region. So then they'll make content and shit for them
Yeah.
to sway them one way or the other.
Yeah.
And so one of the instances they were talking about was there was a political party in India. No, not India. I think it was Trinidad, if I'm not mistaken.
And Tobago?
Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere in the Caribbean.
I like bagels. Yeah.
I don't know where I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere in the Caribbean.
Okay.
And the Indian party was like this like aggressive like take power kind of party, and the other party was like a black party, and they're like more like chill and for the people.
Yeah.
And so like what they did is they developed like this thing, this like I don't know what you call it, this program, basically this like psychological profile that could use the data they got from these people, like using Facebook and the other social media in that country, and they developed something to sway the election against these other people by like they created a platform that's called like no-go or something like that. By platform I mean like a social platform. Like I'm not gonna do this. And what they meant by no-go is no, like don't vote. Like don't vote. Yeah. So what they did is they pushed that towards the black people because the Indian people had hired them to rig the election, basically to win the election for them.
And of course they won, right?
Yeah. So because they
didn't
designed.
show up.
Yeah, they didn't. No one showed up because they designed a platform, a social platform for the black people not to vote.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
And that's just
And
in
it
India.
makes complete sense to me because that's how it is in most countries.
Yeah.
Like if you look at certain sides of like, I would say like every time, there's always those two type of political parties. It's like the one that wants to keep shit the same, and then it's one that wants to change everything. And then the people that are always in a position to make changes happen. I ain't gonna say what kind of color they are and how much money they make, but those are the people that are always going to be motivated to go vote and have their voice heard. And then the other side is just like, well, shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do to change this shit. So what the fuck I'm gonna do?
And they don't do anything.
And I'm voting for Clinton? Huh?
Yeah.
I ain't voting for Clinton.
And they're usually older. They
Yeah.
usually have some money in their pockets from like, even if it's not like wealthy.
And
like
they're also
generational
scared.
wealth.
Yeah.
They're also very scared.
They're also very scared of the changes that
Yeah.
are coming. Yeah, because the United States is changing real quick, and they see it. And all the major cities that actually matter, that should fucking make the rules, are the ones that are like against that type of shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they're all just all their old asses banding together, trying to vote us out and shit. But you know what's crazy? They said that it doesn't matter. They'll always win. They'll always win. People got out and voted, and it worked. It barely worked, but it worked.
It's true.
It worked.
Even then, that shit was challenged.
It was
to
close.
To this day, there's still like people challenging the shit, challenging the results of the election.
But no matter what, he won. He for sure
Yeah,
won.
yeah. You can't
Biden
take
for
him out
sure
now.
won.
I mean, it's been fucking
Yeah,
like
it's too late.
No, but like they have challenged him. They put up the
Yeah, they
money
def-
and they've
yeah.
taken him to court, and there's no foul play.
Yeah.
They're never ever found any foul play. They just
But
what
even-
a waste of money.
But even the fact
millions
that
of
people
dollars.
like they were challenging it, and there are people that still believe that shit was rigged.
yeah, that's my
And it's like,
president.
even if it was rigged, it would not be in your favor.
Yeah,
Also,
aren't
using
they
that
all
motherfucker
rigged?
would not help you.
yeah.
Yeah, aren't they all aren't they all fucking
fucking
rigged? I mean, come on.
They're all fucking pieces of shit.
They're all pieces of shit.
So
they're
getting
all
back to
pieces of
Facebook,
shit.
like another reason I think
Piece of shit at.
I agree. Another
Piece of
reason
shit leader. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg.
I think they're shitty is because like the documentary that I was watching on them was saying that they use a lot of their data and shit, and they use a lot of the platforms to like unknowingly, but a lot of like cartel members use that shit to like sell drugs, to sell people, and like a lot of crime is being like perpetrated using Facebook.
I believe it.
Dude, you ever see? Every now and then, I'll get stuck in like a. Back in the day, I would get stuck in like a little Facebook rabbit hole, and I'd just be watching cartel videos.
That's crazy.
They just be posting freely.
That's crazy.
That's legit. They do. They recruit too.
That is
Oh,
crazy.
They
on
recruit.
Facebook?
Yeah, they have like open recruitment, like cartel recruitment.
Good God.
Okay,
So
fuck
people in
that.
Mexico can just literally just go apply, and they just fucking show up, and you have your social security and shit. No, I'm just
my
kidding.
God.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what you don't have that in Mexico. You just have a fucking.
They do a background check. Sir, I'm sorry, we can't offer you this.
No.
job.
They need 3 references. They need 3 references and an essay about why you want to work here.
I'm calling about a previous employee from August 2018.
Oh, man.
He says he has experience with machete work.
Yeah.
We need to know if he's telling the
The
truth.
cartel corporate office. Yeah, but dude, imagine living over there. That's some fucked up shit.
I
The
can
whole
only
cartel.
imagine.
No, it's all fun and games, and watching them drive around in the SUVs. With
It's
their
never
fucking
fun in
machine guns.
games.
It's kind of cool to look at because it looks like a fucking COD video. It looks like a goddamn movie. It looks like Narcos. But then you're like, holy shit, but these guys are going somewhere.
Yeah.
And these are people that they're shooting over, trying to shoot each other.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it'll be like videos of like normal people from their apartment, and they got tracer bullets. They always got tracer bullets because they got money out the ass. And you just watch them shooting back and forth at each other. And you're like, there's like entire apartment complexes in between that.
Yeah.
That's some crazy ass
Somebody
shit.
has to go to work the next day.
Dude, yeah.
Oh my
I think
God.
the Mexican president that just got put in, or I think it was in Mexico, he got mailed a severed head as like a warning.
Oh my!
On his
God.
very first day in office, his very first day actually officially in office, they mailed his ass a severed, decomposed head.
You know what I think about when I think about like the cartel? So like there's all these people doing all this bad shit. I think about the guys that are at the very, very, very top.
Mm-hmm.
They probably haven't seen a body in like 10 years.
Oh yeah, those guys don't give a shit.
Like they're so like isolated from it at that point. Like they're chilling. They probably all their money is probably coming from like legitimate businesses on paper.
They're the ones that like whenever it's a series call, they're at like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo,
legit.
We have a problem. Like, you need to do something.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Bro, remember when El Chapo's son got caught?
Oh, yeah, that was a fucking problem.
They just let him go.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit. There was no killing. The dude went out with a smile on his face, looking cool as hell with his fucking unbuttoned shirt and chain, and they freed him like the next day.
That shit is wild.
The very next day, they showed up to the fucking prison with a shit ton of people and guns. And they were like, if y'all don't let him out right now, we're going to start killing everybody. And you know what they did? They let him out.
Like,
right then and there, they let him out, and he left.
Fair enough. We don't want to die.
You know what? It's like, it's not worth it.
I can't blame them. I'm not going to fucking die for that. Fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
And then, the most fucked up part is like, who are you fighting for? Because the government is also corrupt.
Yeah. Like,
So who is the real? There's no winner.
if you watch,
they're always in a bad position.
if you watch Narcos Mexico, at the end of the first season, this is based on like real events.
Mm-hmm.
The first like DEA agent like who was investigating the cartel, Mexican guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's born in America, but he's Mexican. He goes over there and he like tries to go undercover. He ends up getting killed
I believe
by the cartel, right? And there's like tapes of him being tortured
Eesh.
and shit, right? Like they're asking him shit and like they're talking to him in Spanish and there's tapes, like there's known tapes.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the show, the guy says, the guy says, I have the tapes. I know where they are. Because like he finally gets like apprehended by like a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a regular police officer. He's like this guy that arrests him is like a captain or some shit.
Okay.
And so the main cartel guy, the one who like basically ordered the murder, he tells him about this like I have these fucking tapes. If you want them, I can get them for you. And then the guy lets him go.
The guy takes off, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Never to be seen again.
No, he's still alive to this day.
Wild.
Oh wait, so he does give him the tapes.
No, he never gave him the tapes. He
he
just let
just-
him go.
Wait, but
Because the guy's corrupt.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make sure he had the tapes.
Yeah.
what? That was it?
Yeah,
That's
He
all
didn't
it
even
takes.
get anything for it.
pretty much.
I knew it.
Well, no,
All right, go
because
ahead.
because he's working for him.
Oh, so he just paid him off basically.
Yeah, because like through someone else, of course. So he was just making sure that he had the tapes.
So
He wasn't, like,
that way to know,
really-
like nobody else has them, so like we're safe. All right,
Yeah.
you're the only one who's got them. Okay, fuck it, keep them a secret then. Go ahead.
Exactly, like
That
that.
shit is
It's
scary.
messed up, man.
I'm not sure if that's
messed
exactly
up.
how it went down, but that's how it's implied. Because
Yeah.
there are tapes out there, they just never actually like they
Right.
never actually heard them.
Yeah.
They had the guy in custody. They could have got the tapes.
It
but
wasn't
they
like it was just one guy. Like it was just one guy had pulled it. This isn't Narcos. It was drama, so I'm not sure if that's actually what happened in
That's how
real
it
life.
actually went down.
In real life, they probably never caught him because the guy's still out there. He's like known as to be like one of the founders of like the biggest cartels.
That shit's crazy.
Narcos just makes the whole thing seem too cool.
It does.
Near the end is where you see like, oh no, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up. But before that, you're like, it's pretty cool. And then it makes you feel like how human they are. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and Pablo Escobar when his cousin dies.
And it also shows you how fucking crazy they are.
Yeah, but then it shows you the other side. Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
Pablo Escobar, that's a crazy one, man. Like
That's a wild motherfucker. He was a good guy. Quickly turned sour.
no, yeah, man. I don't even know if I'd call him good, bro. He did a lot of shitty stuff. Like he killed people for no reason.
yeah,
But he
I don't
killed a
really-
lot of
Sometimes, most of the time, citizens too.
But that wasn't until later. Because in the beginning part, I think he would mostly kill other drug members. And then he would just pump money into the government.
Yeah,
And
but
that's why the whole
eventually-
public loved him.
Eventually, his organization got too big to where like people had to die for him to do his thing.
Basically. And then
And
there
a
were
lot
too
of
many
innocent
people that
people
were
died.
like opposing him. So he had to do like more drastic, like, car explosions and shit like
He
that.
blew up a whole
yeah.
plane.
Yeah, and then he just stopped caring about the public and then just started caring only about killing the people.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter who got killed.
Yeah.
But I think at first, I mean, listen, none of them are good. It's always they're always like making people live in fear. That's the only reason people like him, because they're like, yeah, this guy gave me a shit ton of money, but like,
At what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, now like all my whole family's working for this guy, and they're just gonna
Yeah.
die. You know what I mean?
I wonder,
So-
like at his peak, how much he was making.
Billions.
Crazy amounts, probably,
Probably billions.
Billions.
Probably billions.
and amounts that we won't even know the true amount of.
Amounts
No,
that
we'll
you
never,
like.
'cause he's dead.
And he had money like buried in places.
Don't they legally
Yeah.
say if you find Pablo Escobar's money, you can keep it? Like,
I don't want to find that shit.
What's the word I'm thinking of? Like,
Finders keepers?
statute of limitations? When like after a certain point, like the government can't
Oh.
claim it anymore, even if he's in jail, even if he was arrested.
That could be statute of limitations.
Like
but,
it's basically treasure.
I ain't telling anyone if I find money.
Hell nah.
I'm
keeping-
gone.
I'm keeping that shit somewhere. I'm not putting it in a bank. I'll tell you that. You put it in a bank, the first thing, any amount you put in a bank that's over 10,000,
Yeah,
they're gonna
they're
ask you where it's from.
Yeah, the teller's gonna be like, what the?
And it's also it's gonna be
6
so
euros?
much money that like you cannot physically hold it by yourself.
Yeah.
You
gotta
have to make
do-
trips going back and
What
forth.
you got to do is start an offshore account.
Hell yeah.
Legal. There's nothing they can do legally offshore. You can't. You can do that or a Swiss bank account.
Buy you some
That's
vacation
another messed
islands.
up little fucking. We need to start taxing these rich people, bro.
They get away with it every time.
I know they do. But
I mean,
that's the problem. And it's
this-
so stupid because then people are like,
Man.
"What about me? You know, the guy who makes 1.6 million a year."
No,
Like, the
we
guy who
don't
make-
give a fuck
We're
about
not
you.
talking about you, bro.
We talk
I'm
about
talking
the
about the guy
billion.
who has like fucking 20,000 times what you have. Like,
Yeah.
the guy, you're shit compared to like
But see,
fucking
I don't-
Bezos or something.
I don't know if that's the solution though, because look, listen. You tax these super rich people. What are they going to do? They're going to increase the prices on all of our goods and services because
Yeah.
they control all that. Then they basically pass it down to us.
There needs to be rules, though. There needs to be rules to where like
Some
they
kind of
need
like
to cut
step
their
up,
profit margins.
some kind of step up or step down kind of tax thing, where it's like bracketed and marginalized. Because
Yeah.
if not, then exactly what I just said is going to happen.
Yeah, but that's only because they want to keep their same profit margins. It's okay for the company to lose a little more money per
Well, that you're
product.
never going to change. You're never going to change their views no more.
I know, but it's messed up, man. Like at what cost? You're just exploiting your own customers, and your
Yeah.
customers have no choice but to like go along with it.
And at least
but
if
that's
they-
not. They could, because like economics, they could still function. They could still provide the same business, even if they cut their profit margins. But they just don't want to.
They don't want to.
They just don't want to.
But at least
But
if
they
they
could.
if
Think
they
about it.
did-
Everybody'd have to agree. Like, so let's say if Amazon decides to do what you just said, right?
Yeah, then every other
their
e-commerce
competitor,
business
their
too.
competitor eats up their shit because they just lower their prices. So it would just be a drive to the bottom unless they get them all to agree to it.
Yeah, man.
But
it's
at least
tough.
we would all be participating in the same money, though. Like at least it would be coming like through our own economy and shit like that. Where
Yeah.
Amazon would just go and do fuck all in the Philippines, and then we're just like, damn, we missed out on that money.
Yeah.
So now we have nothing.
Or I mean, take that money and pump it into education, pump it into jobs, pump it into
That
other
ain't
shit.
never gonna happen.
But like, if we
man.
did do that, then
I
we could
wish.
make the poverty line a little higher. We could make people a
Shit.
little smarter, and people could even if the
Smarter.
prices do increase, you got some more money in my pocket. Now at
Send
least
that
like,
kid to the military. That's what they gonna do.
I want that Camaro.
Oh, that Camaro.
Man, no.
I wish that's how
But
it would be, man.
That's but
I-
like if you really got down to it, that's the right thing to do. But that's just not how.
There
the
ain't
world
no right and
That's
money.
like the whole like free like healthcare thing. It's like that's the cool way to think about it, but that's just not how it'll ever work.
Yeah.
because that's just not what we're built on.
Yeah, it's too far gone.
unfortunately.
It just won't work. It's too
Canada
far
had
gone.
that shit out the gate, so their economy is built off of that.
Yeah.
Now you look at our economy, bro. That shit is it makes too much money.
Yeah,
Everybody is making too much money.
we
in that
locked
field.
ourselves in and like think about it. Think about right now. If they were to say tomorrow, okay, you can have universal health care. Your taxes are going to go up to 30%.
Yeah.
You know how many people would be angry?
Yeah.
Not just rich people. Rich people would be furious. Imagine like people who make 60 grand a year.
Yeah.
They would be insanely upset. That's a
And the people
lot
who
of
make
money.
20K would be homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No way you can even afford to live.
But you'd have free healthcare.
Yeah, but you have free health. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, don't take it from me, motherfucker. There needs to be brackets. You got to take it from the rich people. Like, you keep my taxes.
Stop taxing me.
Increase them a little bit if you want, but don't put it
No.
all on the middle class. Don't put it all on the upper middle class.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
it all on the elites. You
But
know
it
what
always
I mean?
it always ends up falling on the middle
But it
class.
does,
Yeah.
Because of the shitty way the rules are set up.
Yeah, because they're just like, oh, I donated a shit ton to charity though, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well he's fine then. We'll just tax you. But did he really do anything?
No.
You know? Was it really like any effect? Also, it's probably like somehow makes its way back to them and helps them out anyways.
Yeah, I was reading online that most charities are bullshit.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
there's
yeah.
a select few that actually donate most of the money to the cause that it's meaning to donate to.
I'm
Yeah.
sure like they write off so much in like administrative costs that like it's, you know what I mean? Like they probably just hire a shit ton of people, making it seem like, oh, it's a huge operation. We need this many people,
And they don't.
and they don't. And like and none of the money. That's why I never donate to like those type of things
No, me neither.
because I just don't trust it.
I donated to people like if I could see them doing it, or if
Yeah.
I see them do the work. That's why I'm like, okay, I got you. But besides that, I ain't giving no money to y'all motherfuckers.
Are you kidding me? Hell no.
I got
I
me
know what
fucked
happened
up.
with Coney, man. I donated some money to Coney. That shit wasn't real.
Damn, fuck
The
Coney.
whole time
man.
Coney had been dead for
Fuck
like
those
3
people.
years.
Those people did like a nationwide tour,
Yeah, man.
and they got people to like have stickers and shit. And man, fuck
Coney
them.
2012.
Coney
fuck that,
2012,
bro.
and the guy was already, I think, dead or like
He was
already
already
like
dead.
apprehended or something.
He had been dead for like 10 years.
And they were like, "We're out in search for Coney.
We're gonna make his name famous.
We're looking for him."
He's cultivating child soldiers.
It's a wild world we live in.
What a good age to get him, though. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's
Because then
true.
they grow up into men and they're already. Think about it. If you learn how to become a soldier at 10, and by the time you're 21,
You're a super soldier.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
You're gonna be like you're gonna have such an excellent military mind.
Coney is Batman. Those
Tony's
are all Robins.
bad man.
He's
Yeah.
just raising Robins.
Pretty much.
He's just training these kids from like young ages.
A bunch of wards. He's just raising all these wards.
You could call him an investor. He bought low and he sold them high.
He sells them high.
God damn.
Wow, yeah.
That man knows his business.
That man knows his
The
business.
child soldier business.
That's
Child
a wild
soldier business.
shit. Imagine living in a village.
Imagine a 10-year-old boy pulls up on you with an AK.
Oh,
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
You punk bitch.
Oh, fuck.
What do you do?
They got the 12-year-old robbing me. Oh, no. They be fucking pulling up into villages, just snagging kids in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Imagine that shit. You're just chilling in your village. It's a normal day. You hear a bunch of Jeeps pull up. You're like, oh, fuck. Coney's here for my
Coney's
damn
here.
kid.
Taking your kid. You see him on the street 10 years later with fucking guns and shit. It's crazy to think of. Like 10-year-old kids here just fucking running around with their iPads, morbidly obese.
Fortnite.
Morbidly obese.
Those kids
Those
are
little
like
fat kids.
running around outside with guns on obstacle
shirts.
courses and shit.
No shirts.
No
and
shirts.
Skinny. Belly hanging out.
Barely hold that gun. How the hell they holding that gun? I shot an AK before. That shit's got some kick to it.
Exactly. How do they have enough muscles to fucking hold that gun?
I don't know.
They probably have like little training camps and shit.
All their
They might-
muscles are dedicated to that. It's all like in like the right lat and like shit like that. Like
They probably have the older boys training the like 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds how to properly do it.
the 16-year-olds training
Yeah.
the 12-year-olds.
No, that's probably exactly how it is because you can't have Coney himself doing everything.
Nah,
Cody's got stuff to do.
Yeah, man. Cody's running an important business empire, bro. He has to have. You gotta have.
he's running an army syndicate. He don't have time to train these kids.
You gotta diffuse the responsibilities. Give it to other people to, like a corporation.
Yeah, it's like The Office, but Coney's. Coney's just stressed out about like some dumb thing like his employees did.
I'm just trying to have a Christmas party.
Just trying to have a
Oh,
Christmas
man.
party in The Office. Holy shit, man.
That's a good note to end on, guys.
That's a good note to end on.
Child soldiers.
Oh my god.
Peace, Coney. No, I'm just kidding.
R.I.P.
Rest in hell, Coney.
All right,
Thanks,
bye guys.
Bye.
Oh my god. That was fucking man.
I wonder what happened to that shirt that I had. You
got a Coney shirt?
I really did get a Coney shirt.
That is wild.
Because it was, I mean, they had cool logos. I thought the message was good until I found out that it wasn't real. But I thought it